Welcome back to all of those watching inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. We're in quarter number 2, and it's the Lions who are in possession of the football. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Caught by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford, screenplay, Johnson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. On first down, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going. And then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Tate. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Latimer's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's go now.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Throwing Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
From the 16, Jones, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a fourth pick, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks. Even that little gentle push off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys have now moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Oh, he shifts past him. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Sam Martin now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Slam, slam, slam.
Now it's Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Gallman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Gallman will run it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. The toss out to Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford, and that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now it's Tate. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to get this one to Johnson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's McKissick. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 13-yard line. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll go to Barkley again. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. It's caught. Shepard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
47-yard line.
Switch. Get it.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Stafford now to throw.
to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. This is Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The first down carry here for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.